All right, when you open up your Savvis Realize for topic one, you have the choice of going into the student e-text or the interactive student edition. The student e-text is just a copy of your book. The student interactive edition is where you can actually use the computer as a book. You can choose either way to do it. I have two assignments in today for you, and they are the quick check and the buddy work. Those are graded assignments. The other stuff is really up to you. If you'd rather use the textbook, that's fine. If you want to use the interactive textbook, that's fine. Either way. So here's the interactive textbook. There's going to be some tools along the side so you can actually use the tools to click and draw. The other option is you can actually go and just use the regular student textbook to take a look at which is the same textbook you have in front of you. So either way, when I do most of my lessons, I usually have the student textbook up, not the interactive book, and I use the tools that are part of Screencastify. So either way, it doesn't matter. But what I'd like to go over today is introducing the topic, and we only do this at the beginning of each topic. So even though it's Tuesday, you have a couple things to do today, not just lesson 1-1. We also want to do a quick review of the topic. The main idea in the topic is place value. The essential question are how are whole numbers and decimals written, compared, and ordered. And you have lots of digital resources at your fingertips. If you're looking at the digital version, the student interactive text, you can you'll be able to get to those tools a lot faster. So for that reason, the interactive text is pretty cool. You'll be able to get to some of the manipulatives and the learning tools through here. So either way, a store sells batteries. There are 10 batteries in a package. All this stuff we're going to go over in today's lesson, but I would like to take a look at the pages a couple pages before, and I can't get that in the interactive text. So I am going back to just the regular students edition. So we can see the pages at the beginning, page 1 and 2. And you have these in your book. So for some reason that won't pull up on the interactive for me. All right, so as if you had your textbook open, this is the page you're looking at. We're going to be looking at numbers, big numbers and little numbers, and place value. Reviewing what you know. This is something you do independently to review what we learned in lower grades. And you can write your answers in here and check your work with a parent or me through the video. So right now, number 1, digits are symbols that are used to show numbers, so you would write that in. A group of 3 digits in a number is called a period, and the place value is the position of a digit in a number, so you'd write those words in there. And this is reviewing what you know. So these are vocabulary words from 4th grade. If you're not sure what they are, make sure you're reviewing. Comparing, let's look at our signs here. This is less than, this one's greater than, and this one's equal. So when we're comparing numbers, you can get out your notebooks, write them on top of each other so they're lined up by place value. And we can see right away, this is 800, this is 900. The 900's got to be bigger. And we're writing our comparison symbol that way. So the larger number gets on the bigger side, the smaller number is pointed to on the smaller side. So for number 5, so that would be number 4. In your notebook, you will number things very neatly. If you need to flip your notebook sideways so you can use the lines to help you line up place value, you can do that. These are both 9,000, so now we have to look to the next place value, which is the hundreds place. This has a 0, this has a 1, so this little guy is going to be bigger. I don't even have to keep going. I can tell just by the first 2 numbers. For number 6, 1,338, 1,388. They both have ones in the thousands, threes in the hundreds, but this one has an 8 in the tens place, so it's larger. For number 7, again, neatly in your notebook, you line them up. It's easier to compare them if you can see them on top of each other. And these numbers are exactly the same, so they're equal. For number 8, and this might be a little different for some of you. So I'm going to line them up by the decimal. There's a 0 in the ones place, a 3 in the tenths place, and this one has a 5 in the hundredths place. Now, as I'm looking at this, I'm like, well, a lot of kids will make the mistake and say 25 is bigger than 3. But you have to remember place value. What's bigger, a 2 or a 3? 3 is larger, so we put our symbol that way. You can actually annex a 0, which means you can chuck a 0 in there if it would help you to compare the numbers. It will not change the value. This is 25 and this is 30, so 30 is bigger. That does help some kids see things a little bit better. Number 9, 0.5 and 0.50. Now, some kids would say 50 is bigger than 5, but remember there's 5 in the tens place, and we always can annex a 0 after the decimal place, and you will not change the value. So these little guys are equal to each other. And finding each sum down here, again, we are going to use our math notebook and line everything up so we can see things. So you're going to stack the numbers, 10,000, and this is expanded form. We call this, these are in expanded form. Expanded form. And these numbers up here are in standard form. That's the way we always write numbers, standard. We usually don't write them in expanded form, except when we're doing stuff in math class. So 2,000, I'm lining it up by place value, 60 and 1. And now I can combine them. Starting in the ones place, 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. 6 plus 0 plus 0 is 6. 0 plus 0 is 0. I've got my period separated by a comma. And then I just write my value in, find each sum. And remember, sum is the answer to an addition problem. So you're going to continue on with those. And what is the value of the digit 8 down here? Now we know 8 is a digit. The digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all we have in our number system. Those are our digits. Where the digit is gives its value. So that 8, the value of that 8 is 8,000. It's not 80 because there's a 9 in that place value. It's not 800 because there's a 7 in that place value. And it's not 80,000 because there's a 1 in the 10,000 place value. And down the bottom here is which 7, do these 7s have the same value? No, of course not, because that's 700 and this is 7 ones. So 700 has a higher value than 7 ones, even though they're the same digit. So review what you know and take your time on that. And we only have to do that at the beginning of the topics. It's a little extra work on the first day of the math topic. The rest of the week, we just have one lesson a day. The first day, we always have a little bit of extra work to do. And it just sets us up for the lesson, for the topic. So it's a good place to review things. And if you're still wiggly on some of this stuff, we can review it in Khan Academy. If you're not sure what's going on, we can also ask for help. You can ask me for help. You can ask a parent for help. And the other thing at the beginning of the topic are the word cards. So you can cut these up and fold them over, and you can make your vocabulary, you just cut them up and they have the definitions on the other side. So the exponent is defined as the product that results from multiplying the same number over and over. So this is a preview of vocabulary. So it's a really good idea to read over the cards. So when we start coming up with these words in our work, we've seen them already before. And you'll see in today's lesson, those words are going to come up. They're in yellow. So you want to preview those words. So that is the preview of topic 1. Thanks.